purpose of adjusting entries is to accurately assign revenues and expenses to the accounting period in which they occurred. Let's look at some adjustments. For supplies, start with the supplies figure from the trial balance. In this case, the balance would be $7,900. This supplies figure of $7,900 is basically all the supplies bought throughout the year. This could be things like rulers, pencils, paper, and other type of supplies, cleaners, toilet paper, other things used by the business. As the supplies are used, you have not been crediting the supplies account. You do not credit supplies every time you use a staple or a roll of toilet paper. What you do instead, at the end of the year, you go to your supplies cupboard and count up how many supplies you have left. That is the $1,386 figure. That is what you actually have left. Everything else you've used during the year. So therefore, if you started with $7,900 in supplies, that's what you bought. You have only $1,386 left at the end of the year. That must mean that during the year you have used up $6,514 in supplies. It is the difference between the two figures. Your journal has to show this figure. In order to do this, you must credit the supplies account by the amount to make the adjustment. The supplies expense figure should also be what you used during the year. And you just figured that out, that you used $6,514 worth of supplies. So in order to get that debit amount in the supplies expense account, all you have to do is debit it by that amount. This is what the final journal entry would look like, to debit supplies expense and credit supplies by the amount of the supplies that you've used up during the year. The journal entry for prepaid insurance is very similar. First, take the figure from the trial balance for prepaid insurance. That's $1,800. This $1,800 is how much you paid for the insurance when you originally bought it. Let's say this was a 3-year insurance policy. When a year has gone by, you'll use 1/3 of it. So basically, only 2/3 of it should be left, which is $1,200. The rest of the insurance was used during the year because you've been insured for that year. The balance of prepaid insurance now should only be $1,200. You have to credit the account by $600 in order to get that $1,200 balance. Remember, you started off with $1,800 and you've used $600 in insurance. You have to record that under insurance expense. So your insurance expense for the year should be $600. You have to debit the insurance expense by $600. Your final entry would be similar to the supplies expense adjusting entry. You would debit insurance expense by the amount of the insurance you have used, and you would credit prepaid insurance by $600 to show that you've used that amount up.